Okay, this lesson is over solving simple addition and subtraction equations. The first thing I want to go over with you is some key concepts that I want you to keep in mind when we're solving these equations with pencil and paper. The first is that to solve equations, we're working backwards. In other words, we're performing the opposite operation. So if we see addition in the equation, to undo that, we're going to do subtraction. If we see subtraction in the equation, to undo that, we're going to do addition. And the same thing with multiplication and division when we do that later this week. You always perform the opposite operation. The second key concept is that we have to keep the equation balanced. What we do to one side of the equation, you must do to the other side. And then the third thing I want you to keep in mind is that you must show the algebraic step. Now, I cannot stress this enough. Even if you can look, for example, at this problem and tell me that x equals 4, I want you to show me the algebraic step that proves that x equals 4, and I'm going to show you how to do that. If you do not show the step, it will be wrong. Every year students fight me on this battle, and every year I win. So just do it. It takes an extra 3 seconds to do it correctly. Okay? Look at this example. Now keep in mind, I need to work backwards. I need to perform the opposite operation. The opposite of adding 3 is subtracting 3. So I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides of the equation. This is what I mean by the algebraic step. This is what you have to show me. Go ahead and show the step now while the problems are easy, and then you'll be used to the process when they get more difficult. Okay? Pretty soon, in fact, in the next few problems that we're going to do, integers are going to come into play, and you're going to need to understand the process. Okay? Now, if I take 3 minus 3, just like we did with the algebra tiles in class today, if I take 3 minus 3, those cancel out, making 0. And that leaves me with x. I'm going to bring x down, and 7 minus 3 is 4. This is how your work has to look, or it will be wrong. Do it right. All right, go over to the other side of page 16 and give yourself a teacher-student column. Okay, I'm going to do some examples for you. X plus 2 equals 1. Now, I'm willing to bet that you can't just look at this and tell me what the answer is. We're going to need to show the algebraic step because negative numbers are going to come into play to get the answer. Now, my key concepts say that I need to do the opposite of what is there. The opposite of adding 2 is subtracting 2. So I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. This is the algebraic step that you must show in order to get the answer right. Period. 2 minus 2 cancels, leaving me with x on this side. And 1 minus 2. What is 1 minus 2? It's negative 1. So x equals negative 1. Okay, on the student side, you're going to do this one. X plus 4 equals 2. Right? Teacher side. X minus 6 equals negative 3. Okay, the opposite of subtracting 6, adding 6 to both sides. Got to keep it balanced. Negative 6 plus 6, that's a 0 pair. That cancels out, leaving me with x on this side. Now, negative 3 plus 6, that's different signs. Different signs subtract. 6 minus 3 is 3, and it's going to be positive because I have more positives than negatives. X equals 3. Make sure that you are including the algebraic step in your notes. Okay? you need to do this problem on the student side. X minus 10 equals negative 4. Okay. Third one. Negative 2 plus x equals 5. Now, I'm trying to get x by himself. So I need to get rid of this negative 2. What's the opposite of negative 2? Plus 2. So I'm going to add 2 to both sides. Negative 2 plus 2, that's a zero pair, it cancels. Bring down my x, and what's 5 plus 2? 5 plus 2 is 7. Okay, whoops, it should be number 3. Alright, on the student side, you're going to do negative 12 plus x equals 15. Okay, here's another one. X plus 3 equals negative 1. The opposite of adding 3 is subtracting 3. So I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides. 3 minus 3 cancels, that's 0. Bring down my x. Now look at this. Negative 1 minus 3. They are the same sign. Same signs, add and keep. You see how this stuff never goes away? It keeps coming back. So x equals negative 4. Okay, here's your practice problem. X plus 15 equals negative 4. All right, and let's do one more. No, two more. Let's do this one. X minus 10 equals 16. Whoops, where am I? Okay. X minus 10 equals 16. The opposite of subtracting 10 is adding 10. So I'm going to add 10 to both sides. Negative 10 plus 10. It's a zero pair. They cancel. Okay. X then equals, what's 16 plus 10? 26. Okay, here's another one for you all. X minus 25 equals 31. Okay, and one more. 3 minus x equals 7. Now, this one looks a little different because the x is not at the beginning of the equation. Okay, so we have to do the opposite of what's there. Now, this is a negative x. Okay, so this 3 is in the way of getting negative x by himself. Okay, this 3 is positive. Okay, so I need to subtract the 3. Remember, the sign of the number is in front of the number, not behind it. Okay, so this 3 is added to the negative x. So I need to subtract this 3 from both sides. Now, 3 minus 3 is 0, they cancel. Now I'm left with negative x equals 4. Now, I don't want to know what negative x equals. I want to know what positive x equals. So I need to do the opposite. The opposite of negative x is x. So what's the opposite of 4? Negative 4. Okay, rewatch that if you need to, because now you're going to do this one. I want you to do 10 minus x equals 15. Okay, get these practice problems done and come back into class tomorrow with them done. You will have a lesson quiz over this stuff, so you need to know how to do it. I will see you tomorrow.